Health anxiety is horrible, and it's a huge part of what takes up space in my brain. So for people that don't have it, imagine every little twinge and minor symptom you have in your mind going straight to cancer, aneurysms, heart attacks, whatever, all worst case scenario stuff. And it's like the thought, so like in the process of thinking like that, it's like you make the symptom more intense, you know. And in some cases you can almost create symptoms that aren't even there, because your mind is just so powerful in that way. And I've always been the kind of person that has a lot of just weird, quirky things, you know, like strange symptoms, strange illnesses, whatever. And so it's not very often I don't have some sort of symptom I'm trying to figure out. And right now I feel massively overwhelmed by the amount of things that I have going on, and that the amount of fears I have related to those things going on. So in a video a little while back, I was talking about rare ass cancer, which I know is not a thing, but I've had this pain in my tailbone for over a month. And I finally went to the doctor about it, and she thinks it's just kind of a muscular thing. Basically, I gotta sit my fat ass on a heating pad and sit on a pillow in the car and all those kinds of things and just kind of rest the tailbone. But she said if it doesn't get better in 6 weeks, they're gonna need to scan. So of course in my head I'm like, oh God, it's gonna be rare ass cancer. It's gonna be a tumor. So I'm still freaking out about that. And then the last couple weeks I've had a lot of issues with like nausea. And I always assume heart attack, because I know you can have some nausea when you have a heart attack. And especially as I get older, it's harder and harder, because the more you start thinking things are related to your heart, you know. And I've been having headaches, and I have pain in one of my shoulders. And then the last 2 days, I don't know what it is, I've had some weird taste on my tongue. I thought it was just because I'd taken a pill. You know, you get that like residue from a pill sometimes on your tongue, and it's like bitter and kind of gross. And you know, I didn't think too much of it. I had just taken a pill when I noticed it, so I thought that was what it was. And I'm going about my day, and I'm realizing as I'm eating and drinking, it's just not going away. And this is now day 2, and I've had it all day, and it's awful. So of course, what does someone like me do? We Google it, you know. And there's all these explanations, and then of course, one of them was like neurological problems, like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. My God, I should not have been born in the time of Google, because it's horrible. It's horrible. And then I become so consumed with this. So at the moment, I think I have had a 2-week heart attack, rare ass cancer, and Parkinson's. That's where my head's at today. And I know you're probably sitting there thinking, oh my God, she's nuts. Well, yeah, I'm nuts. I'm nuts. And this is just the way my mind works. And someone else might have a fleeting moment, get a little nervous, you know, and then come back to their senses. But that's not the way my mind works. And I've been like this my whole life. And so I have a lot of medical bills, because I'm always trying to figure out what the hell symptoms are. And when I was younger, I was at the ER somewhat frequently because I always thought something was heart related, and it was also hard because there's a lot of heart disease in my family, so that being, prevalent in my mind has always been a thing. So, if you don't have it, I'm sure you know someone that has it, and I just hope you give them a little grace and try to understand that it is hellish having your mind be this way. And the more you try to almost calm it down and tell yourself that you're being unreasonable, it's like you're fighting against something that, it's like in the process of fighting against it, you almost make it worse. It's hard to explain, but you just never really calm. You're never calm. And I know all of this is just anxiety. I have OCD, I have health anxiety, I have generalized anxiety. Like, it's all just anxiety. Like, it's all what it is, but man, it comes out in so many ways. And I hope I don't have rare ass cancer or a 2-week heart attack or Parkinson's disease. But it's, in my mind, it's there, And it's hard to kind of distract yourself because you feel all those symptoms all the time, right? And every time, I can taste this taste in my mouth, and I can feel my tailbone hurting, and I can feel the nausea, so it's just kind of, it's not like you can avoid it. It's not like you can really set it aside and not think about it because the symptoms are always present. So I actually did not leave the house today, and that's not typical of me because I like to get out a little bit, try to get some air, but I just felt that awful. It's just the nausea and everything, and it's like -5 degrees where I live, and I have absolutely no use for the winter. So today's awesome mental health issue. Well, I have all of them every day, but the one most prevalent today is the health anxiety, so it's a good time. Really enjoying it. Anyway, so if you have it, I hope you know that I understand, and I don't think you're crazy. I know it's just the way your mind works. But anyway, I hope you have a peaceful evening.